Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining the PBC on Fox Deontay Wilder versus Chris Arreola conference call. Your host for today is Lou DiBella.
Thank you, and thank you all for joining us on the PBC on Fox Wilder Arreola conference call. The show will be on the July 16th at the Legacy Arena at the BJCC in Birmingham, Alabama. The start time on Fox is 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. The opening bout on Fox is a terrific one. It's undefeated, 21-0 U.S. Army vet Sammy Vasquez against Felix Diaz, former Dominican Olympian. Excellent matchup in the welterweight division. And then the heavyweight championship of the world, where Deontay Wilder will be defending his WBC title against Chris the Nightmare Arreola. This wasn't the fight, obviously, that Deontay had begun training for, the one we anticipated. And in some ways, that makes it, all the more dangerous and sort of, leaves a lot of questions, because Chris Arreola never expected to be getting this shot at a heavyweight title on July 16th. Experienced heavyweight, a rugged, strong, big guy that's dangerous and had some ups and downs in his career. But I think Chris knows that this is his opportunity and his big chance. And, to introduce Chris, to say a few words, the Goosens and the Browns have worked with Chris Arreola throughout his career, and it's my pleasure to introduce Brittany Goosen Brown.
Thank you, Lou. It has been our pleasure to have promoted Chris the Nightmare Arreola since he turned professional over 12 years ago. As long as I've known him, it has always been his dream to become the first Mexican heavyweight world champion and wear that green belt. Saturday, July 16th, will be Chris's third attempt to fulfill his dreams, and he will not let this opportunity pass him by. We'd like to thank Fox and Fox Deportes, the Legacy Arena in Birmingham, Alabama, and everyone at DiBella Entertainment for their help in this promotion. Without further ado, I'm honored to pass it over to my friend, Chris Arreola. Chris, you want to go ahead and make an opening statement?
Yeah. Well, this is my third opportunity, and yeah, I've been with the Goosens for a very long time, basically since the beginning of my career. It's been just a long road, man. I've been working hard. I've been working very hard to win this title. I can't let this opportunity slip away, man. All my respects go Deontay, choosing me as his opponent. But like I said, once the bell rings, it's time to go to fight, and it's time to get that title, man. I want that title. I want it more than anything. I've been working my ass off over here in San Diego, and I got to make the best out of this opportunity.
Thank you, Chris. Just before I introduce Deontay to say a few words, I just want to note that Chris's trainer, Henry Ramirez, will be on the line when we open up the questions, and so will JD's, Deontay's trainer, and co-manager. So those gentlemen will be on the line if you want to ask them any questions when you're asking Chris and Deontay. It's my pleasure to promote the WBC heavyweight champion of the world. I think one of the signs of a true professional and a real champion is to be able to roll with the punches literally and figuratively. And this has been a period where it's been hard for Deontay. He's had to roll with a lot of punches and a lot of things that were outside of his control. July 16th, he's putting the heavyweight title on the line again against a very, very tough customer who knows it's his last chance. So this is a big night for Deontay Wilder and his fans, and it's my pleasure to introduce the WBC heavyweight champion of the world, one of the most charismatic, hard-punching, and most approachable heavyweight champions we've had in a long time, Deontay Wilder.
How you guys doing? It's less than a week away from the fight, and I'm getting excited, man. I'm always excited to fight. I was born to do this, and the closer you get, the more eager and excited I become, ready to get in the ring and do what I love to do, and that's knock out people. I've been blessed with God-given power. I don't have to work out a day in my life, and I wake up in shape. They're just God-given right there, and I thank Him for that. And I'm just ready to put on another show for my city, for my state of Alabama. We done came a long way with the first off going to the Olympics, then getting a commission to have professional sanctioned bouts here, and bringing attention to the sweet sport of boxing into my state. and we're still climbing. It's been a long process. It's been a strong and long days, but we're here and we're making it better. People here, they yearn for win the next fight. We want to see the next fight. We want to see the next championship fight, and I bless people over and over again, to see many shows here throughout the state of Alabama, and it became a hot thing now, and I'm looking forward to the BJCC with fans all over the world. It's going to be not just Alabama, it's going to be my fans, it's going to be Chris fans, it's going to be fans all over the world that love boxing that's going to attend, and that's what it's all about, all levels of classes coming together, seeing a great event come July the 16th, and I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait. And, I need a stress reliever because I've been under so much stress, so I need something to hit, and I can't wait till July the 16th to get this stress reliever off me.
Well, thank you, Deontay. And, once again, we want a big audience for PBC on Fox, but there are plenty of affordable seats available at the Legacy Arena in Birmingham, at the BJCC. So, anybody who's drivable from Birmingham or anybody that can get on a plane who's a Chris Arreola fan, come on down to Birmingham, and it's going to be a great event. We'll now open it up to questions.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you have any questions at this time, please press star 1 on your telephone keypad. Again, if you have any questions at this time, please press star 1 on your telephone keypad. And I'm waiting for callers to join the queue at this present time. Our first question is going to come from Robert Morales from the LA Daily News. Please go ahead.
Hello, everybody. Chris, you fought Vitaly Klitschko back in 2009. He's 6'7". Deontay Wilder is 6'7". Henry was telling me the other day that your only real chance to win, your best chance to win, is to get inside. Did you learn anything in the Klitschko fight that might help you get inside on Deontay?
The main thing is I got to move my head, man. Klitschko fucking clobbered me with jabs and right hand, left and right. I believe he threw the most punches he's ever thrown in his career against me. And that's because I just kept coming to pressure. And the thing about it, I just got to do a lot smarter. And I got to be more athletic about it because Deontay is more of an athletic fighter than Klitschko is. A lot more athletic. But he moves a whole lot better around the ring. Klitschko was more methodical and made sure he just moved just a tad bit. He didn't waste no energy. And I just got to try to keep Deontay on his heels, and that's going to be a big task in itself. And just come behind a smart jab and not get caught with that just dangerous right hand he has.
Gotcha. All right, thanks, brother. I appreciate it. Good luck, Chris.
Thank you, brother.
Our next question is going to come from Dan Raphael from ESPN. Please go ahead.
Thank you very much. My first question is for Deontay. Hello, Deontay.
Hey, what's going on, Dan?
Hey, so, I know obviously we know what happened with the fight in May with Povetkin being called off because of the PED situation. But I wonder, since that happened and this fight with Chris got put together, your side sued the Povetkin camp. I guess now Rabinsky is suing, you and your side, and the WBC keeps putting out these notifications, just sort of keeping folks updated on what's transpiring as it relates to Povetkin and his case. Have you been following that, and has it all been in any way, shape, or form any kind of distraction as you prepare for your own fight that was put together because of the cancellation?
I haven't been on a close watch of it, but I definitely been following it. And it's ridiculous if you ask me. I've got served papers and everything, and but I'm not letting it knock me off my game, my focus. It's just part of life, you know what I mean? I've been through worse situations in life, and it's just a bad storm another storm that I had to weather in my life. You know what I mean? My skin is tough, and that's in all aspects of life, no matter what. So I go through things to have a strong testimony in, because I know that somebody may, throughout my year, somebody may go through the same thing, and I can give them advice on how to do it. So right now, this is just a test for a strong testimony in the end of my life. So, with that being said, I'm very focused there. I'm always focused. When you in the hurt business, you have no choice but to stay focused on the task that lies at hand, because if you're not focused, you can get knocked out, you know, and no one wants to feel what it feels like to be knocked out or wake up in the hospital or don't know what happened. You know, you never want to be that guy that even though the end of the round has ended because you're dazed or you're unconscious. So, you know, I train hard, you know, I meditate, I visualize what I want to do, and I go get the job done. You know, this is a tough job to be the heavyweight champion of the world because everybody wants what you have. Everybody trying to get it, and you trying to keep it. And as far as I'm concerned, you know, my future is bright.
Deontay, Chris sort of got this fight. You know, he wasn't supposed to have this fight. You were supposed to be fighting Povetkin, you know, so, you know, he's in the right place at the right time. He lands this opportunity to fight you. But we also, if you look at Chris's history, he has lost 2 world title fights, has not looked particularly good in his last few fights. He's, I believe, 1-1 with a no contest in the last 4 fights. Nobody really would view him, although he's exciting and entertaining and the fans seem to enjoy him, hasn't really done much to necessarily earn the opportunity. But do you figure when you go and you step in the ring with a guy like Chris at this stage of his career that you're going to see maybe a desperate Chris Arreola perhaps in his mind thinking, you know what, I'm lucky to get this shot. I might not get another one if I don't do some damage to Deontay Wilder. Do you have to be careful of a desperate opponent?
Oh, most definitely. It's just like a rabbit. You know, the rabbit can be soft and sweet all it's want, but you push him in the corner, he's gonna fight. So I think this is the corner for Chris Arreola. You know, this is like the corner of his career. I'm always blessing people though. You know what I mean? And I'll bless him again with another opportunity. You know, of course, people say who deserved this and who's supposed to deserve that, but who are people to say who deserve anything? You know, everybody, you know, sometimes chances come around more than twice, and this is his third time, and I don't believe in luck. But, you know, he's been blessed with a third opportunity, and if I was him, I would take it very seriously. All the things that I've done in the past that didn't make me successful in my future, I would change. You know, I would definitely. Well, it's too late to change it now, but I'm just saying, in preparation for this fight, that would the mentality would have been for me. You know, given that this is my last opportunity to eat. You know, because and another reason we chose Chris, like I kept saying, you know, no matter what people say, it's you know, the guy comes to fight. You know, and that's what we was looking for a short notice. A lot of people would have gonna make excuses. You know. After he get beat, he may make an excuse. But you know what? We know that he's going to bring a great fight. He was the perfect person for this situation that we had. And to bring it to and my people deserve a great fight. The fans deserve a great fight, no matter who they said they could have been. You know, everybody got opinions. But I truly think at the end of this fight, people are going to say, yeah, that was a great fight, you know, for it to be a short notice fight, you know. So I'm looking forward to it.
Thank you, Deontay. I have a question for Chris. Hey, Chris.
Yeah, what's going on, brother?
You sort of, as I mentioned to Deontay, you weren't supposed to have this fight. This was supposed to be Deontay against Povetkin. I'm wondering, given your recent performances, as I mentioned, 1 win, 1 loss, 1 draw, a no contest, a failed drug test in your last fight, your second failed drug test of your career in recent years, do you feel very, very lucky to have gotten this opportunity? And what's your view of whether or not you're worthy of having this opportunity?
Let's just get this straight, man. It's failed marijuana test.
But it's still against the rules, Chris, and it's the second one.
Whatever you want to say, whatever you want to call it. If you want to say that marijuana is a PED, then people are fucking idiots.
I'm not saying it's a PED. I'm only saying what the state statute says.
I'm just letting
you can smoke all you want, for all I care.
I know. I'm just letting. This is my opinion. Okay. So they want to take my win away over that. Whatever. Fine. Take my win. I don't care. Do I deserve this title shot? No, I don't think I do. But since I don't deserve it, I'm doing just like Deontay said, everything that I didn't do in the past, I'm doing. Everything that I was supposed to do, I'm not doing. So I'm doing everything I possibly can to win this fight. Everything.
Chris, do you feel like that?
I gotta leave everything in the ring. I gotta leave everything out there, man. My back is against the wall. This is my last title shot. And, you know, I have to come. I have to bring it. I have to make I have to make this a dogfight, plain and simple.
After what happened in the last fight, and when your people called you up and said, "Hey, Chris, we got this opportunity to fight Deontay Wilder for the WBC title July 16th, which was just a few weeks ago when the fight was offered." Can you just tell me what was your reaction when you got the offer on the short notice, and what kind of condition were you in at that point? How's it gone? Because it was relatively short notice for a heavyweight title fight.
Let's go. That's all I said. Let's do it. You know what, man? Like I said, when title comes back to you, don't turn it down, period, because you don't know when it's going to come back around again. And what kind of shape I was in decent shape. I had just recently broke my spine. What's a broken ankle? It's nothing. So once he said I got this shot, I'm like, let's go, let's do it, let's get it training, and let's make this happen. Man, I respect Deontay, and thank you for giving me this opportunity. The main thing is, man, I'm coming for the win. I'm not just coming to show up. I'm not just coming to bet zero. I'm not coming just to get paid. That's not me. I'm not that guy that comes to get paid. I'm coming for that title. I'm coming for that win. I don't even know what I'm getting paid for this fight. I don't even know. It wasn't even told to me. I don't care. Money's not the part. My part is I want to win this fight. That's the God honest truth.
I believe that, Chris. Thank you for that. And I just wonder if Henry is there.
Yes, I'm here.
Hey, Henry, can you address the situation with having Chris come in the gym on short notice? And, we've heard from you over the years that, how disappointing you've been at certain times in the way he's conducted himself throughout his training camps. I'm wondering if you could speak to his conditioning for this fight, and especially given the short notice of the bout.
Well, like I said, we were preparing. Well, we had a fight April 30th. Chris fractured his ankle in early March, and he had been cleared for a few weeks already. And, he'd done some light training. We got the call, I believe, right around the May 16th or 17th. It was nothing guaranteed. We were just kind of told, hey, you might get this fight. You might want to start getting ready. And when we actually got the call that it was officially happening, even though it wasn't announced, it was pretty much Memorial Weekend. So we had already started training, just having a heads up that we may get the fight. So camp's been great. We're here in San Diego. As a thing with Chris always, when we get him away from Riverside, it gives us the best chance to win. And he's done well here. He's working with conditioning coach B.B. Hudson also. And we've had a good camp, great sparring. He's ready to go. We're ready to fight today.
All right, great. Thank you very much, guys. I'm looking forward to my first trip to Birmingham, so I'll see you next week.
See you then, man.
Our next question is going to come from Mitch Aberson from theringtv.com. Please go ahead.
Thanks, everybody. I had a question for Deontay. Hey, Deontay, how are you?
I'm doing good, man. How about yourself?
Very good. Just going back to some of the stuff that led to this fight, Deontay, I know that the WBC has already met with Povetkin and his people about, their what happened with them and their failed drug tests, and the WBC also mentioned that you might meet with them. I mean, do you have plans to meet with the WBC later this month to, I guess, to discuss the whole drug test situation?
Well, first off, this is right now is me and Chris Arreola. All the other legal stuff that can hold after. This is what's next right now, and this is what I'm focused on. I'm not really focused on the legal side of everything. I got a great team. I trust in my team, and and I'm just sitting and waiting for that moment where Povetkin have his day as well too. So. At this point in time, my mind, we're less than we're a week or so days away from me fighting, defending my title. So, with that being said, my whole mentality and focus is on July the 16th, Deontay Wilder versus Chris Arreola.
Right, I can respect that.
Mitch,
Jay, do you want
to... Mitch, we have a legal, we have lawyers, obviously, as do Povetkin's people. We're having conversations right now with the BC about an opportunity literally to be able to do the same thing Povetkin's people did, but that's not for Deontay to be worried about right now. There's a fight on the 16th. That's where everyone's attention is. The rest of that stuff's going to take care of itself. But frankly, the WBC, we respect their process, and we want to, get our points across. But this is ultimately going to be decided by in U.S. courts in the Southern District of New York where there are lawsuits pending. So it's really, this is a legal matter. It's nothing that the fighters are worried about right now, and we're totally focused on a big event on July 16th in Birmingham.
Well, I get that, but the WBC also has to decide what they're going to do with Povetkin, so that's why all these meetings are planned. So I wasn't talking about the lawsuit.
Right now, I'll be honest with you, Povetkin's the last thing on my fucking mind, at least. So at least until we get through a big event a week from Saturday, because right now I'm not thinking about, and I'm sure Deontay's not thinking about, and I know Chris is not thinking about Povetkin.
Great. Just one question for Chris. Chris, are you there?
Yeah.
You mentioned before that you don't deserve a title shot. Can you just, I guess, explain what you meant by that, and just, I guess how you've been able to prepare yourself, I guess, with that type of mindset going into this fight?
Okay, can you repeat the question? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you right.
You mentioned before that you don't deserve this title shot, and I'm just wondering, just in terms of mentally preparing yourself for this fight, how, after saying that, I mean, how do you view this title shot, and if you actually really believe that you don't deserve this shot?
Yo, man, I'm a man, and I stand when I pee, and I understand the situation. I understand everything, man. Come on, let's be honest, man. Do I deserve it? Come on, man, no. But that being said, man, that means that I have everything to gain and nothing to lose, man. That's my mentality. I'm coming in there to win this fight. I'm coming in here to upset Mr. Wilder, man. That's my mentality. My mentality is to win, period. You think people think when they get a fight, they be like, oh, man, I'm lucky. I'm just going to go in there to, try. You know what? Actually, there is those kind of fighters that just go in there to get paid. That's not me, man. I've never been that guy. And you guys if people that have seen me fight, man, I don't come in there to get paid. I come in there to win, man. And I've been preparing to win this fight. I'm preparing to take this title. I'm preparing for everything. So all those legal things, all that shit's gonna be thrown out the window when I win this title fight, man. I'm here to win. There's no losing me. That's it. I'm training to win. I'm training to beat Wilder. He has his legal shit. I'm sorry about that, but I'm here to win. I'm here to win this fight. I'm here to win this title.
All right, thanks. Good luck, Chris.
Thank you, brother.
Our next question is going to come from Tom Amino from WVTM TV. Please go ahead.
Hey, guys, this question is actually for Lou. I understand you don't want to talk about the legal ramifications of Povetkin, but just generally, in light of what Deontay's had to go through losing that fight, just in general, in the sport of boxing, do you feel like PEDs are a problem? And I know you've mentioned in previous conference calls you've been happy with what the WBC has done working with VADA to make sure there's been mandatory testing for top 15 fighters, that sort of thing. But my question is for you, just overall, do you feel like PEDs is still a real serious problem in the sport of boxing?
Right, it's an incredible problem. I mean, it's a huge problem. It's a problem that's all over the world. It's one thing when a guy's using PEDs and he's hitting a baseball. It's another thing when a guy's taking PEDs and getting into the ring to hit somebody in the head with his fists. Chris made reference to a failed marijuana test, and I'm not advocating, weed or whatever, but it's sort of a disgrace that there's more testing nationally and across the board for marijuana and suspensions of fighters for marijuana than there are, substantive tests for PEDs. I mean, cheating is not okay. PEDs are dangerous. They're potentially putting a fighter's health and safety and life at risk. I could tell you Deontay's first reaction about when everything broke was he didn't really care. He had prepared himself and he was going to beat the hell out of Povetkin regardless of any failed drug tests. But, I think that when everything was taken into consideration, you don't get in a ring when you're standing there as a man with your two fists and the other guy's got a weapon in his fists. And, I think it's a real problem, and I think there should be zero tolerance for performance-enhancing drugs and national standards in this country and across the board where drug testing is enforced and cheaters are punished severely.
So obviously you said you were happy with what the WBC has done with VADA, but on top of that, is there anything that you'd like to see implemented or changed in particular?
I'd like to see across-the-board uniform testing with some, a national body, not where a fighter has to go in there and say, okay, I'm going to voluntarily do this or that, or a ratings organization has to get involved, and I commend the BC. I think that, we're very proud of the green belt and defending it, and the BC's taken a strong stance against performance-enhancing drugs, but it has to be a problem that's policed by all state athletic commissions and perhaps even with a federal law that mandates uniform standards for PED testing throughout the country. And then, obviously there are problems with foreign countries where this type of cheating is par for the course, and that's not okay. That has to be addressed too. So, I mean, in response to your question, it's a very serious issue. And one that needs to be addressed in the future. What happened to Deontay here and how he had to refocus and this wasn't fair. And cheating's never fair, but particularly when you are using performance-enhancing drugs, you're endangering potentially your opponent and putting the health and safety of the people in your sport at risk, and that's unacceptable.
Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you have any questions at this time, please press star 1 on your telephone keypad. Again, if you have any questions at this time, please press star 1 on your telephone keypad. Our next question is going to come from Eddie Goldman from No Holds Bar. Please go ahead.
Very much. Hello, everybody. First question for Deontay. Deontay, given the unusual circumstances of this fight, it being put together on short notice, it's also on Fox Saturday night when they usually have live sports and get big ratings, so there's a good chance there can be a lot of people watching this. Given that situation and given Chris getting this chance to get this fight, how do you expect this fight to start? Do you expect this to really start fast and in a real action-packed way in the first round?
Actually, I do. Like I said, I do believe that Chris is gonna, first couple of rounds is gonna come. Like he said, their game plan is to pressure me and to get inside and all those good things and stuff. And I think it's gonna start out good action packed. I'm still, I done fought near about every style there is to face. Especially pressure fighters, because a lot of fighters feel the remedy into beating Deontay Wilder is to pressure him, and and over again I've proved everybody that I'm the best. I'm like the best heavyweight in the world to fight going on my back of my heels. People should been seeing that years ago, but I do feel like it's going to be a exciting fight from the first round to the the end of the round it may be, So I'm looking forward to it. That's one of the reasons why. Another reason why I keep saying we chose Chris. You know what I mean? We can go on and on about different fighters or go down the list of who was available, who could have been a potential, but I really feel in my heart that we chose the right person. And he's never been in a bull fight, and my fights always be exciting. So when you get two fighters that fight with their heart, that do it for the legacy and, not really for the money, because the money is a part of it. You know what I mean? It's just like when you go out and take pictures, it's part of the business, it's part of the game, The money is part of it. But, when you get two warriors that's fighting for the legacy of it, man, it's made for great boxing, for sure. So I'm looking forward to the action-packed, whether it's from the first round to the 12th. I'm ready to prepare for anything.
How much during the time when you're immediately preparing for the fight in the last couple of weeks do you focus on the news, the other news about Povetkin, the WBC, other stories in the heavyweight division, or do you just sort of, cut all that stuff out and just think about the fight ahead of you?
Yeah, I just deal with it like I deal with life, man. If anybody know me personally, they'll tell you that, like, Deontay is the most laid-back, cool, down-to-earth person ever. Man, I really don't read into blogs and go look for things. If anything have been said about me or have been written about me is always brought to my attention. You know, it's not. I don't never go on the internet to Google my name or see what pops up or anything like that. So you know, it's a lot of things that's been going on. I'm out of the loop of because I don't really pay attention, especially when it's time to fight, because only a fighter would know how serious it is to get up in the ring. You know, and finna take some punches to the head. And keep in mind, your head is not meant to be hit in the first place. But we the only crazy people to get up in this ring and do it. So we do it because we love to do it. And when that being said, when my life is on the line, when I'm finna get in there, you know, I take this serious to anything, because at the end of the day, I got family support. I got kids that really love their dad. And you know, with that being said, that's all the motivation that I need to do what I got to do, because only reason I was in this sport for one reason, that was for my 11, which is 11 years old. That was my daughter that was born with spinal bifida. If it wasn't for her, man, y'all would have never heard of me, not in boxing. So, you know, I take it seriously, and that's all the motivation for me to zone out what's going on in my personal life and focus on what's going on right now in my life. And right now it's July the 16th. I can't wait.
And Chris, do you do something similar? I mean, do you follow the news? There's been criticisms of this fight, a lot of discussion of other issues as people have asked about, or are you just sort of have blinders on and just focusing between now and the 16th on this fight?
See, nobody's talking about me. Nobody's saying nothing about me. You know, so there's nothing for me to look at. Everyone's focus is on Deontay Wilder, on him and his situation with Povetkin, and about Deontay, you know, talking about already talking about fighting Joshua or fighting the Gypsy. You know what I mean? Ain't nobody talking about me. Ain't nobody saying anything about me. All they say is bad things. So why the hell am I even gonna look at it? I have enough bad shit being said by me by Henry. I have enough shit being said by me by my wife. You know, I don't need to read anymore. You know, that's all the negative things I need. I'm good. I'm all right. I don't read into that stuff. My job is to work on July 16th. My job is to try to shock the world on July 16th. You know, that's my job. I don't care what anybody says. They don't live my life, and they don't even throw punches. They probably never got punched in their life, and for them to be talking about me, I'm like, whatever.
And with this fight on Fox on a Saturday night, live, prime time and all that, will this be your biggest showcase, probably your biggest television audience?
Brother, I fought at HBO. I fought on Showtime. I fought on every network that you could probably say. So me fighting on Fox, honestly, thank you, Fox, for putting us on, but I don't care, man. It's TV. Who cares? I've fought against Klitschko on HBO. Got one of the highest numbers. You know, when I fought with Severn on ESPN, I got one of the highest numbers. And like I said, man, no one could come in the ring with him. It's only going to be me and Deontay. That's the thing, man. That's the thing about boxing that I love so much. It's a gentleman's sport. You know, we could talk all this crap we want, we could say everything we want, but at the end of the day, it's just going to be me and Deontay. Then the bell's going to ring, then the last bell's going to ring, and we're going to hug it out like nothing happened, man. That's what I love about boxing, man. And anybody that has two hands has an opportunity. All it takes is one punch to knock somebody out, just one punch. I could be losing the whole fight and just hit them with one punch, and they could just go to sleep. It could go vice versa. That's the way it happened to me against Severn, and that's the way boxing is, man. And I heard no animosity or nothing like that, man. This is a sport, and I love this sport.
And our last question is going to come from Bob Vellin from USA TV. Please go ahead.
Hey, Deontay, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
Not too bad, not too bad. You know, the one thing that's good that came out of the Povetkin situation is that you're getting to go back home to Alabama to fight. Talk about what that means to you to fight in your home state like that.
Yeah, it's definitely a good feeling, especially when you done trained your ass off for months and months, and you even travel to another country and you continue your training, there, and then when you finish the week of the fight, you travel, and all that hard work, man, it just goes in vain. You know, really, it really hurted my heart to the fullest because of me being in love with this sport and never really, never really thought of something would happen to me like that. You know, I mean, I never thought about that. I was like, you want to fight, you're gonna fight fair and square, but one of the decisions that we made to why we want to stay home because of all that traveling, because of working so hard for nothing. You know, that takes a toll on just a person itself to travel so many miles. I mean, I'm the fighter, and it stressed me out. And even with my team, the ones that weren't gonna even get in the ring, everybody, my whole team, everybody was drained, from that situation. And I don't wish that situation on no fighter. But for us to make a decision to stay at home was the perfect choice because I didn't want to touch another plane. I'm staying at home. We're gonna train here. We're gonna do everything here, and that's why we made the decision to come back to Birmingham and have the fight. Which people always, every time they see me, when the next one, every time it get bigger and bigger and bigger. And this one's gonna be like, it's gonna be a mega fight. A lot of fans gonna be there, sold out crowd for sure. And the undercard is gonna be great as well too. It's gonna be a fun-filled environment and an action-packed fight. Like I said, the fan is definitely gonna enjoy this fight. People can, it's easy to say express your opinion now because you don't know what awaits. You don't understand how it's gonna be. Even in recent fights, look at my fight with Eric Molina or my fight with Johan Deportes. A lot of people, like, they just degraded them, man. They called them bums and who are they? They know I never heard of them. This is just people though, because if it was a price on you to express your opinion, a lot of people wouldn't say nothing. They wouldn't because they couldn't afford it. So with that being said, people just have to wait and see things. They just can't all jump the bat because he didn't do this, he didn't do that. It doesn't matter. This is the fight business. You just never know what can happen. And I think it's really going to be a great fight, and it's going to be a win for boxing and a win for the fans of boxing. And it's going to be a win for my state. So, I can't, like I said before, I can't wait. It's less than a week and a half away, and it's almost here, man. So I'm excited.
Yeah, well, you know what? I think both you and Chris are always in exciting fights, and that's what fans look for, and hopefully the fight on the 16th will be the same thing. So best of luck, man. Take care.
Thank you. Same to you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Bob. And, we mentioned an undercard, Deontay, a few minutes ago. There's going to be a tremendous amount of talent on this undercard, from up-and-coming star Erickson Lubin to heavyweight Gerald Washington to Ryan Martin and a load of young kids from the Alabama area. It's going to be a great card from beginning to end. Again, the co-feature of Sammy Vasquez versus Felix Diaz is a terrific matchup. PBC on Fox, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 5 p.m. Pacific Time. The Legacy Arena at the BJCC. We hope people come out, buy tickets. I think it's going to be a tremendous crowd. For the press that comes out, we're going to go out and get some barbecue, some Southern hospitality, and you'll see what it's like to be in Deontay Wilder country. Thank you for all joining us, and we hope to see you in Birmingham, Alabama on July 16th.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining. This completes your conference call. You may all disconnect and have a great day.